Well, I had, so it would become a conflict of interest when you were in working for a banking institution and then trying to do real estate and or own a mortgage company. So eventually I had to leave the bank.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to leave. I
So
couldn't
there was
do
a
both.
conflict of interest
Yeah.
as far as like maybe getting loans for certain clients.
Yeah,
or something
because
like
how
that.
can I get a loan for a bank and do what they need me to do and then try to pump up my own business on the side? I mean, it's a conflict of interest. So basically, when I was in that industry, you sign a confidentiality form, a conflict of interest, and then you don't, do business in that entity for, I think it was like a year. I want to say maybe it was 2 years. Something crazy. I don't even think they do that no more. Like when a person leaves the entity, because what it is, they don't want you to take their clients. So if you leave,
Got you, a non-compete clause,
correct,
kind of thing.
correct.
Okay.
So they don't want you to take. So if you're in that field, say mortgage industry or anything in that field, they don't want you to leave and then take their clients later. So I think it was like 2 years. I don't even think they do that no more. I really don't.
I think it's harder to. What happens is that people were fighting it in court and winning, and
Right.
so it's kind of like legally it's hard to hold up.
Right, because how you gonna stop me
Someone
for
from
2
doing
years? And it doesn't mean that I'm taking your clients. So, but because I'm an older person in this industry. Back then, nobody fought it. Like it was it was just like the said of the rule. Kind of like back then when you walked into a bank, it was like a library almost. The wood around. I mean, it was just really you didn't go to a bank looking any kind of way. You always presented yourself. I remember we only had to wear suits. Like you can go into a bank now. And they're not wearing
Just like this.
Or a polo, anything. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to. And I remember that we had to wear pantyhose. We had to have high heels on. We had to have suits on. We had to have a handkerchief or
You're talking about like working for the
working
bank.
for the
Okay,
bank.
yeah,
So it was on. So that's what I'm saying. So I think those kind of clauses that they have, they don't have that kind of stuff now because you don't even have to have that type of dress code.
Yeah.
Even the bank don't even have wood grain, around the bank and looking like a library. So things have changed in the banking industry.